what is this thing called? Now, this question may seem stupid to you, but think about it. What is this thing called? To that you might say, it's a chair. But what tells you that it's a chair and not a bed? What even is a bed? Well, if you look at the dictionary definition of a bed, it means, if you look at it that way, then this beanbag also qualifies as a bed, since I've had way too many rests and sleeps in this, so this is a bed. But when someone smart like you goes on the internet and finds the full definition of a bed, they would read, so in that way, a beanbag is not a bed. But if we redact this end part of this definition, then it becomes a bed. The world around us consists of many things that we think contain a lot of meaning. Not just the physical, but even the non-physical. For example, in a city like London, England, a rainy day is considered a really bad day. But in a city like Karachi, where the sun shines bright and the days can reach up to 40 degrees Celsius, a rainy day is a really good day. This image has a very different meaning for people living in London versus people living in Karachi. Although it's the same image, it's our culture and our context that helps us to define things as good or bad. So in a way, there may be 1,000 different interpretations of this image based upon just where it is viewed. So when we're looking at this image with the cultural lens of a Londoner, we're actually ignoring the 999 other perspectives, and which means that our perspective is also limited. But just like the beanbag in maroon, which can exist being a beanbag regardless of the labels we choose to put on it, the world, and also this image, does not care what you choose to call it. But why does that matter? When we're in the quest to deeply understand and comprehend the world that we're living in, so we can make it better for our people, what we're actually doing is limiting ourselves severely when we're choosing to view this world through only our culture's lens. Having the empathy and the ability to actually see the world through different perspectives, to different cultures' lenses, enables you to see problems for your people that you would not have been able to see if you were looking at it through only one lens. But there's a problem. How do we break the trappings of our culture and our language when we're stuck inside our culture, when we see through its own lens? Well, in order to see how we can break that, we need to go back to 2010, when I moved from Pakistan to the Middle East. I was born in Karachi, Pakistan's largest city, the economic hub of this country. It dictates what is culture and what is not. And having lived in this city for my entire childhood, up till the age of 12, it taught me certain things about life, like what is considered good food, what is moral, what is right, what is wrong, and what counts as good pizza. So the answer to all these questions I consider to be universally true. But when I was moved out of my own country and placed into a country where people had very different ideas of what morality was, what was good, what was the idea of a good life, what was good food, it really shifted me, and in a way that first gave me a lot of depression. But when I moved out of that depression, I realized that the cultural significance on being absolutely true is just stupid, because things are always bigger than the labels we put on them. But after that Middle Eastern experience for 10 years of my life, when I came back to my own country, something really interesting happened. When I moved back, I noticed that I started viewing the world from a Middle Eastern perspective now, and this country felt very foreign, and it still feels foreign to this day. But the lesson that I took home was that our language is severely limited. And since it's limited, it's important for us to sort of look beyond the definitions of culture, look beyond what people consider to be good or bad, to embrace a perspective which is open. And as people who have taken on the mission to make the world a better place, it gives us a little bit of an extra insight into the problems that humanity is facing, so we can make things and build a better world for our fellow people. With that, I will sign off, and I'll see you probably next week on another episode of Mind Screen. Thank you for watching.